Most enterprise agent deployments fail, but not for the reasons most people expect. Every agent deployment needs clever prompting, quality tools, a memory strategy, information retrieval systems, but even well-engineered agents have trouble crossing the POC to production gap because the infrastructure, sometimes called the harness, is missing. Hi, I'm Rached. I'm an engineer at Fabrix.ai, and this infrastructure problem is what we've spent the last several years solving. Think about what an enterprise agent actually has to do. It doesn't have to deal with a small data set, a few tens of lines in structured JSON. It has to deal with millions of records across dozens of systems spread around everywhere. It has to maintain coherence across long, complex workflows without losing the thread. It has to coordinate tools from systems that were never designed to talk to each other. It has to know which of those systems are even relevant to the task at hand. And it has to do this autonomously at scale with full accountability to the business. That's not a prompting problem. That's an infrastructure problem. At Fabrix, we call the solution Agent Runtime Core. It's the operational layer that sits between your agents and the enterprise systems. And it's built around 4 capabilities that address the hardest production challenges directly. The context engine manages what the agent knows and when, keeping the context clear, clean, and focused on information that's relevant to completing the task at hand. The ontology layer gives the agents a live map of the enterprise data landscape, what exists, where it lives, and how everything relates. So they're navigating instead of wandering. The Universal Tooling and Connectivity Engine, that's a bit of a mouthful, we call it UTC engine for short. It provides secure connectivity to any enterprise system with or without native MCP support. And it lets tools share data directly without routing through the LLM. And last but not least, Agent Ops is the control plane that makes agents safe to run in production. Observability, cost control, guardrails, human in the loop, and a continuous improvement loop that helps agent get better and evaluates them not just on technical details, but at the business outcome level. These aren't 4 separate features. They're 4 facets to a single architectural conviction. Enterprise agents require purpose-built infrastructure, and that infrastructure has to be designed in from the start, not grafted on at the end. Most platforms treat these as an afterthought. If you think about it, a lot of agents will come in for the POC. They have the functional features, but they're not backed by this infrastructure that's going to let them do those things at scale. We built them as the foundation for everything that we do. If you want to understand how and why, well, I wrote a white paper about this, but it's a little long. So we also made a video series that steps through some of these concepts and goes a little deeper to explain to you what we're doing at Fabrix.ai to close this POC to production gap. Or if you're building agents or investing in the space or just trying to figure out how to cross that gap yourself, we'd love to talk. Follow the link to the series to learn more, and I hope to see you there.